They're secreting like poison in the ocean, which is killing like the ecosystem, and all these different animals, all right, are washing up. You know, in Leviathan, that's where the Leviathan lives, man. In the ocean.
Not to mention you got islands the size of France and there's plastic floating in the ocean. You got that Fukushima incident that's putting all that radiation in the ocean. So the whole ecosystem of the ocean is being thrown off. You know? And plus you got Esau with his madness, going crab hunting, going lobster hunting, throwing off the whole ecosystem of the ocean and the sea.
Yep.
So you think the fishes ain't mad? Hey, Leviathan finna come up, man. You know?
Psalms 104 and 27. These wait all upon thee, that thou mayest give them their meat in due season.
So the Leviathans, they waiting on the Lord till he gives them their meat in due season. What's their meat? Destroyed and wicked. You know? It's like we read in Ecclesiastes 30, Sirach 39. Yeah, Sirach 39, that the spirits created for foolishness. So Leviathan is the actual beast that the Heavenly Father created for this great day of destruction. Destroy Esau's navy. You know? You got it in the back of Job, please.
Job 41 and 10. None is so fierce that dare stir him up.
None is so fierce that dare stir him up.
Who then is able to stand before me? Who have prevented me that I shall repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine.
So whatsoever under the whole heaven is Yahweh Shema Shai. This is his creation. This came from his mind. Leviathan is the creature that he made up in his mind, you know, and sent his elect down to create, you know, starting with his son Yahweh Shai. So he's going to be the one to stir up Leviathan, give the order to the spirits that are created for vengeance, to jump in his mind, to come up out of the ocean, you know, stir. And that's going to be a beautiful, that's going to be a terrible and a beautiful sight to see that, you know, see Leviathan actually come up. When we read about it, we know it's terrible, but to see that, you know.
I will not conceal his parts.
So the Heavenly Father is not going to conceal his parts, you know. That's why you can't catch this beast because he's concealed. He lives. He's an actual beast that lives at the bottom of the ocean where the pressure is so deep. Esau can't go because he doesn't have the technology to go that far without his machines being crushed to death. Because the deeper you go in the ocean, the deeper condensed the pressure gets. You know, gets more pressure than pretty much. The farther you go, you get smashed in, you know.
But all that water on top, you know, the deeper you go, the more volume of water is above you, which is crushing you. But the Lord is so magnificent that he actually has a creature that's able to go to the depths of the sea.
And Esau doesn't even know actually how deep the sea is. He doesn't even know. He has never reached the bottom of the ocean. That's why anytime a tsunami or something will happen, they're sending their scientists and they finding all types of new creatures, new fish that they've never seen. They're finding all types. It's like the ocean is, they say there's so many things in the ocean, they can't even, I think they said, what they say, 90% of the ocean is undiscovered, you know. You don't know what the Most High got out there, you know. You guys, man, I watched a documentary on the angelfish. The angelfish is an actual fish that looks like a demon. It actually has the face of a demon, it has sharp teeth, and it pretty much lives in pretty much on the depths of the ocean where no light is, and it's an actual beast that can produce its own light. It has a light that comes from the top of his head. You know, that's the Most High. You know?
The deeper you go, the more fierce and ugly them creatures are too.
The deeper you go, the more hideous it is. What's that?
It's a snail that has iron scales, like the only, it lives like deep down in the Mariana Trench. It's got iron scales to withstand that pressure.
To that pressure, that's the Most High. Matter of fact, look up angelfish. Look up angelfish through the spirit.
I may add, you know, the Lord, he has terrible creatures, man. If you ever go and Google a great white shark, and you see them things, you see their face, you know how big and their sharp teeth, and then they just got blood all in their face.
Yeah, that's the angelfish. That looks like a straight up beast.
The Lord, he creates, he has scary creatures, man. Horrific creatures. Hey, man, the Lord created it, man.
That's from the eye. Yeah, this is the angelfish, and this is actually the female. This is the female. See, the female, I looked at a documentary on it. You know, Esau wanted to study the animals. But the female is actually bigger than the male. See, what the female does is, the female will put out, when it's time for mating season, she'll put out a scent in the ocean, and the male is real tiny. The male will swim to the scent of the female, and what she would do is she would there's some type of way she grabs onto the male and sucks him into her body, and he's permanently a part of her, so she has a lifetime supply of semen to get her pregnant. So that's the Most High. You think about that, you be like, damn, that's crazy. Yeah. But that's the Most. So knowing that, who knows what the Most High got things that we don't even know, you know? So scriptures say we have seen but a few of his works, you know? And this is all from his mind, you know?
This is Hebrews chapter 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Yeah, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, you know? Because the Most High got shit, the Most High got things out there that we have yet to even imagine, you know? Let alone on this planet, let alone in the planets in the universe, you know, we have seen but just a few of his works. So we got that's a power you must fear, you know.
Psalms 145 and 3. Great is the Lord and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable.
His greatness is unsearchable, and he's greatly to be praised. That's why we say give all praises to Yahweh Shema Shai, Rakta Yahweh, Rakta Yahweh Shai, because everything that we see is from his mind. Before the earth was even created, all this came from his thought process, you know? He said, look, I'm going to create my son, I'm going to have him create the elect, they're going to come down, and they're going to bring my story to life. They're going to create the trees, the birds, the air, and everything is going to work in unison with itself. That's fucking a big bang, like Esau, all of a sudden, boom, all this works perfectly together. You can clearly see that a higher power designed it, even for your body. You got all these different systems in your body to produce food, to digest food, to keep you going, you know, minerals, nutrients. You can clearly see that there's a higher source of power that's doing behind the scenes, working these things, you know. But, you know, you got it.
That's all madness, man. Then this nigga, he watched those documentaries, he telling himself. He'll tell you that the sun destroys the atmosphere. The only reason why the atmosphere stays there is because of the magnetosphere, which is basically the Earth is magnetized. So that magnetic shield that the Earth has, it blocks those different gamma rays and whatnot. All right, but how could the Earth form that if the sun was created before the Earth, man? How could the atmosphere form if the sun was already there destroying what atmosphere the Earth was trying to form, man?
Showing you that Esau, you the madman of the earth. You the devil. You gotta go. You are the cancer that Yahweh Shema Shai created that must be eliminated. You know? That's why the scripture says, should have destroyed him that destroyed the earth, because under your rulership, you have brought the earth to the brink of destruction. I'm looking at these trees all dead. You know, trees are about to drop dead, you know. People look like they're dead, man. But in our kingdom, everything is going to flourish. You know, our plants, our cities, everything is going to be beautified again.
This is how the Lord, he created all things, like you said, his thought pattern. The Lord, he created all these things in the earth, which is a vast, innumerable amount of things. And he created all these things with wisdom. So this is Jeremiah chapter 10 and 12. He had made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom, and has stretched out the heavens by his discretion. So yeah, basically the Lord, everything that you see how they work are intermingle with each other. All right, how the ecosystem works in fluidity. All right, which Esau threw that out of course. That's why the so-called white man needs to be exterminated off the face of the earth, because everything's supposed to flow in harmony, because that's how the Lord created it. All right, just like you had the ecosystem in the water, how you have things that different animals that filter the water. Everything plays their part in harmony, and the Lord created all these things through wisdom. And in the kingdom of heaven, the Lord is going to give us that wisdom in those new bodies. In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have the wisdom of the operation of the elements. So we're going to be able to fly. We're going to be able to create galaxies, create planets. We're going to be able to manipulate the elements, because we're going to have the wisdom, which that's how the Lord formed everything in the first place. It takes wisdom. That's why you can look. Well, what was that scripture where it says, look at the, I think it's from Job, where it says, look at the animals and they shall teach you. You know, because the Lord created the animals out of wisdom. All right, and everything is in the middle. The scriptures say that the spirit is like the wind. All right, which you can analyze the wind. All right, and the wind, they come in full circuits, like the hell y'all would call it, like to go into the spirit like the wind, because the spirit, it always comes full circle.
This one in 42 verses. Pretty much when Job was crying to the Lord, he pretty much broke down like, why are you can you break down how the earth was made? Can you break down like it might be one of Job 12. This is Job 42 and 1. Then Job answered the Lord and said, I know that thou canst do everything, and that no thought can be withholden from thee. Who is he that hideth counsel without knowledge? Therefore have I uttered that I understood not, things too wonderful for me, which I knew not.
Not things too wonderful for me, because, hey man, he's going deep, man. All right, how creation, how vast the universe is. All right.
Hear, I beseech thee, and I will speak. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. I have heard of thee by the hearing of the ear. By now my eye seeth thee. Wherefore I avoid myself and repent in the dust of ashes. And if it was so that after the Lord had spoken these words unto Job, the Lord said unto Eliphaz and the Timite,
I know it's in Job.
Job 41 and 12. I will not conceal his parts nor his power.
So we're going back to Leviathan. The Lord ain't going to conceal his parts nor hide his power. It's going to come a time where he's going to give him the commandment, okay, show yourself to the world. You know? It's going to be a terrible, terrible day.
Nor his comely proportion.
Nor his comely proportion. And that's why they make, you think Esau got the concept of Godzilla from his mind? Just he read the scriptures. They know that this creature exists. You know? They got records. They probably got photos that they won't release to the public of this mighty beast. You know?
Who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about.
His teeth are terrible round about. Just like we read in Sirach 39, teeth of wild beasts, punishing the wicked to destruction. It said Leviathan's teeth are terrible round about, so they're real sharp. And when you see the angelafish, that's a little tiny, probably about this size. How much more Leviathan?
His scales are his pride.
Scales are his pride.
Shut up together as with a closed seal.
Shut up together as with a closed seal. So he has very tight and rough skin. The scales are enclosed together. So we'll get into it.
One is so near to another that no air can come between them.
No air can come between the scales. So he has very rough skin. You know?
They are joined one to another. They stick together that they cannot be sundered.
Yeah, so pretty much that will make sense why he lives at the bottom of the ocean, because the pressure doesn't affect his body. Yep. His body is so powerful that the pressure doesn't do nothing to him. You know?
By his kneesings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning.
So his eyes actually glow, just like we read that Sirach, not Sirach, but Solomon, their eyes shooting out horrible sparkles. So Leviathan eyes actually glow, just like you watch that movie Godzilla when he shoots out that fire. His eyes actually glow, they light up. You know? I've never seen a beast like this, but it exists. You know?
Out of his mouth go burning lamps.
Out of his mouth go burning lamps, so he can actually breathe fire. And that's why they get the concept of the fire-breathing dragon. The dragon. Moab didn't come up with that concept on their own. They got records of Leviathan. You know? The reason why Job is the book of Job has the records of Leviathan, because they knew that this creature exists back in the ancient world. You know? Because you had people that were always into sea trading over
a flame goeth out of his mouth. In his neck remaineth strength. And sorrow is turned into joy before him.
Sorrow is turned into joy before him. So the things that bring sorrow are joyful to him. He come out the ocean, start breaking up these buildings. He's having fun, you know. He starts breaking up Esau's missile cruisers. Scripture say he plays with ships. He's having fun. But to the world, that's sorrow, you know. People are gonna be screaming. You got it?
The flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yet as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. When he raises up himself, the mighty are afraid.
So when he raises up himself, the mighty are afraid. So even Esau will be terrified when he got to deal with the Bible. See, I ain't never seen nothing like this up close and personal. You know, you see it in the movies, but you actually gonna see this beast come out the ocean, and you got to deal with it. You know, Esau gonna be shooting his tanks at it, shooting all his missiles at it. Got it?
By reason of break-ins, they purify themselves. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold. The spear, the dart, nor the harbin. He esteemeth iron as straw.
He esteemeth iron as straw. So just like straw is easy to break up, you got some straw, break that shit up. The Lord says that's how iron is in the Bible. Let some iron come against your flesh, you're gonna get broke up. Let somebody hit you with an iron pipe, you're gonna be on the ground leak. But he'll come out of the Bible with some iron. He said it's like straw to him. He breaks iron, breaks up at his flesh. Hey, this is a beast I don't want to fuck with. This is the most powerful beast on the planet Earth. And the Lord is going to release it.
He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass is rotten wood.
Brass is rotten wood. So rotten wood is very easy. You go come and get some rotten wood, it just breaks up at your hand. That's how he esteemeth brass as, you know. Let somebody hit you with some brass knuckles, your ass gonna be on the floor leaking. But hey, Leviathan said it's like broken wood, it's like rotten wood to him. Hey man, this is a beast that you don't want to fuck with.
Arrow cannot make him flee.
Arrows cannot make him flee. Because a beast, the Heavenly Father created beasts on levels that are beyond human level. Because a lot of beasts, like you got the owl, he can see at night. You got certain fish, certain animals that can change their color to blend in. You know, you got certain animals, like they said, orangutan is so strong, and he can actually rip your hands off. He can rip your arm off, your limbs off, but just like put them if you wanted to. That's how strong these animals. So the Heavenly Father created different beasts on different higher levels. But there's one beast that's above all the beasts. That's Leviathan. You know? Which the Lord's will, matter of fact.
Sling stones are turned with him in the stubble.
Sling stones are turned to him as stubble. So Esau's going to go try to fight this beast. He's going to try to shoot his missiles at it, his Tomahawk cruise missiles. They're going to turn into stubble at his flesh, you know. They showed you that in the movie Godzilla. When he came out the ocean, they were shooting at him, shooting their missiles at him. They said not even a nuke could kill Leviathan. They even tried to nuke Godzilla, and all it did was wake him up. They said the nukes, they said in the movie they said, and we didn't, I forget the exact quote, but they said the nukes woke him up.
Yeah, he started sleeping.
Got it right.
Darts are counted as stubble.
Darts are counted as stubble.
He laugheth at the shaking of a spear.
He's laughing at the shaking of a spear. So Esau, he's gonna laugh at you. Shooting all your missiles and all your Tomahawk cruise. Ain't nothing, that's nothing to this beast. Got it?
Sharp stones are under him.
Sharp stones are under him.
He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot.
It says he maketh the deep to boil like a pot. Now we know the deeper you go in the ocean, the more colder it gets. The deeper you go, the temperature gets to freezing levels. It says he maketh the deep to boil as a pot. Like if you got a pot on the stove and you warm up your water, it starts boiling. This animal, this beast can produce so much heat from his body that the deeper the ocean is boiling. What type of beast is this? Hey, man, it's gonna be a sight to see. You know? That's why the Lord's will, We hoping to be part of that elect. We get part. Lord's will, we got spiritual power. When it's happening, bro. Be in the air, levitating from far away, you know. I want to be close to this.
Yeah.
He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment.
He making the sea like a pot of ointment.
He maketh a path to shine after him.
He maketh a path to shine after him. So wherever he's swimming, after he leaves that path, it's still glowing from his presence. So you can say, oh shit, Leviathan was here. You see a trail of light. Oh shit, Leviathan was just here. He actually leaves us a path of light behind him. That's how powerful this beast is.
He maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary.
One would think the deep to be hoary. You know? It's terrible when you go in the deep depths of the ocean. You know? Even Esau gets scared when he starts getting too deep. All right, we gotta go back up. It's too deep. Going back down too far. Can't go down any farther. We won't make it back up. You know?
Upon earth there is not his like who is made without fear.
Upon the earth there is not any that's. Read that again.
Job 41 and 33. Upon earth there is not his like who is made without fear.
So there's not any other beast on the earth like Leviathan. He is made without fear. He's the top apex predator of all the beasts. You know? He's the beast of all beasts. You know? I always say this: Leviathan is like a beast that has spiritual power. You know? When you think about it, what beast you know can breathe fire out his eyes, shoot sparks out his eyes, breathe fire? What beast you know that can get hit with any weapon and then survive? You know? Hell, you go at a lion is a fierce beast. A lion will rip your ass up. But go at a lion with an AK-47, he gonna be dead. He gonna be dropped dead. You know? Go at a zebra or a gazelle with an AK, they gonna drop dead. Go at Leviathan with an AK, them bullets gonna bounce right off of the skin. You know? You got it.
He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride.
He's a king over all the children of pride. Who's the main children of pride? The so-called white man. So he's a king. He's gonna rule over you, Esau. He's gonna utterly destroy you. That was the point. So the point I was getting to is that the Most High for to unleash all holy hell. And that's another thing we got to start speaking on more. Leviathan is coming out, you know, because that's part of the plagues too. Not only we speak about the famine, the chariots, martial law, no, all hell breaking loose. That's part of that hell, the plagues, Leviathan.
Job chapter 5 and 23. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field and the beasts of the field. Job chapter 5 and 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 shall no evil touch thee. Trouble is talking about the hell that the Most High is bringing on the earth. The seventh trouble is talking about when the nuclear missiles come. So if we keep our faith in Yahweh Shema shine all the way to the end, he's going to deliver us, you know, from all this. So we read about these beasts coming out. We are not the fear, because the Most High is going to be with us. Just like he put the fear of the beast on Noah to lead him into the ark, the same fear that's going to be us on us in that day, for the animals to fear us and obey us.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. So while everybody's starving to death, the men of the Lord will have food to eat. While everybody's getting put to death by the sword, we're going to actually make it through, you know.
Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
So we're not going to fear when the Most High brings his wrath on the earth, because he's going to have his angels protecting us through this, you know. The scriptures say that the angels of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him and deliver them, you know. So if you keep your faith in Yahweh Shema God, he's going to protect you and deliver you from all the hell that's coming, you know.
It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
So we're not going to be afraid of the beasts of the earth. We have beasts, wild lions out here, you know, that escape from the zoo, monkeys out here, you know, whatever beast the Lord has out here. You may be on the run and a big ass tiger in your way. We're not going to be afraid of that day, because we're going to be in league with the beast, you know.
For now,
just like Noah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Adam.
Yeah.
Just like Adam.
They know it. Yeah.
Back in that time, the animals, they feared. That's why us brothers will come into interaction with animals, and they'll be like a reference for us. They'll like run up to us and try to play with you, and they'll instantly obey you, you know. They'll exactly. I know brothers that had those examples, man, those experiences.